We're live. Oops with 1-2, dropping Lopez and another as Hurai get massacred at the back of that B train entrance. And the last man standing is going to be all the way at the back. It's Nasu, and Oops will connect with that one, and that will be that. That'll make the score 3-0. If you missed the start, just like us, I can tell you through my magical powers of intuition that actually Hurai have guns on this round as well. So the math doesn't add up for me why both sides have the weapons. However, we will see after 2 rounds. mYm in good shape.
Yeah, well, that's a really weird start. But well, it's 2-0. CT sided mYm lead the way with those first couple of rounds. They push forward through the train yard and will try and grab themselves a couple of early frags in this third round. They know that the Hurai side won't be fully stacked, but they do have some AKs, and that might well take them by surprise. So they're going to have to be a little bit careful here. I think they might think that maybe the few kills that they picked up in the first 2 rounds, Hurai has enabled them to buy in this third round. It's pretty unusual, but Hurai are going to go for an aggressive strategy in this third round. That might well catch mYm out by surprise. Nothing doing so far in this third round. Early on, Real just moving up by the wall. There's a flashbang came flying down. There's another one as well, and they've put a smoke up there on the long walkway back towards the bomb plant, and the plant has occurred already, and Oops breaks out the M4. Ruit comes back in on PRB. Nasu will get a second one as well. Oops and Zion with 2 big frags for their own, and they've got the advantage now in this particular round, but that bomb has been planted and is ticking away. Oops now drops himself onto the top of the train, but moving back towards that bomb site, and that train yard is being covered down, and Lopez with a brilliant AK shot. Juvenile finish him off with a Famis, though they're going for the plant here, and they will claim the round. 5-man down from Hurai, and mYm clean up the round, and that might be a very expensive round for Hurai because they bought on that round.
Yes, most certainly, and I'll tell you what, it's all about the form guide right now. Look at Meet Your Makers. They are in red-hot form as they push forward. They have forced their opposition to save now, and I'll tell you what, the situation is as follows. If we take this back to the last match, which mYm won 16-3, that means that out of the 16-2, plus on these 3 rounds, that means that Team Meet Your Makers have won the last 19 of 21 rounds. That is hot as Oops opens up with an HE and an M4 frag onto Tomper and Compy. There's Oops again.
Oh.
That's the hat trick for him. Oops with another one. Oops needs just one more. Juvenile will take it away from him, but Team Meet Your Makers will pick up another one, and that'll see the score at 4-0. Look at that scoreboard. Zion 8-0. Oops 11-2. Real, they're not even letting Real play. They are too good without him, and well, even the Estonians are big fans of Real, and they're a little bit upset that they're not letting him play.
Here we go, heading into round 5 then. And mYm have full control of this particular map on train. They will have bought this round, I'm pretty sure, Hurai, and just checking through their team right now. They've all got grenades and flashes primed and smokes primed as well. Oh, a couple of people getting in the way. Get out of the way, sir. I want to get into the bomb site. Conti now makes his way down that first ramp in towards the bomb site, but Oops is waiting for him underneath the train, and he'll take that frag down on Conti as well. Nasu pushing forward. He's found 2 on the side. He's been flashed, and they can't finish him off. Wow, well, that was unbelievable. 3 men waiting for him, and somehow he survived. He'll pick up the frag on Juvenile as well. Incredible stuff from Nasu, who's completely blinded down there and somehow picked himself out a frag. He won't get another one though. Real will finish him off, and PRB comes back in. They'll try and flush out another man at the train side. Well, bomb will get planted though, and PRB comes in. Ruit round the corner on Oops. Oh, brilliant stuff from Ruit. He's got 2 in this particular round as well, and now they find themselves 2v1, and Hurai now have an advantage here with Real now pushing himself towards that bomb site and that train yard B. 4-5. He's planted at the 4 train rather, and Real now checking out left and right. Can't find a man. Hasn't found anyone down at the bottom end. Still firing through the wheels of that train. Maybe thinks there is one round there. Well, he's better than me because there is one man down there. Finally breaks out the USP. Has to break it out. He's not going to get the defuse though, and that'll be a save gun situation for Real, and mYm will just walk away with that one and lose the round. It's 4-1 then, and Hurai strike back.
Yes, they do. Hurai pick up a round, albeit somewhat in peculiar circumstances. A great fake as they went in towards that covered bomb site. They looked like they had it, but then suddenly they switched it, they rotated, they went to that uncovered bomb site, they got the bomb down, and while they're in good shape, they've got some money on the board. Let's just tell you about DE Trade. It is a heavily counter-terrorist map. We saw WMV play hacker on this game and be 13 rounds down and come back on the CT side to take us into overtime. That's how heavily sided it is. Every round that you win, or every round that you drop when you're CT, is crucial. You need to set a big score, you need to put those rounds up on on the board, and as Hurai pick up 2 quick frags, mYm are getting massacred. 1, 2, 3, all gone down. Make that 4. In fact, as Lopez connects with that frag, and the last man standing for mYm is Real, as he may well decide to run home and scream to mommy as he looks around to the right-hand side. The bomb goes down. Real's just going to sit himself down, go for an exit kill. He gets 1. He's going to go for the second. Nicely done from Real. He's going to make his way towards this bomb right now. He's really created himself an opening, which has been slammed shut by Lopez's AK-47, and that's 2 rounds in a row for Hurai.
Yeah, you know, that's unusual, because I thought, 4v1, he wasn't going to try anything silly there, but he got 1 frag. He then took the long shot down the walkway back towards that 6 train, right at the end got the second one, and then you start to think, hang on a minute, if I'm hitting those kind of shots, maybe I've got a chance. 2v1, it's a little bit different from 4v1. And he tried his luck, got caught out underneath the train, though, so it didn't work out for him, and mYm now 4-2 up, so that's 2 rounds for Hurai, and if they can claim another one here, because it does look like mYm are on a save, and that could be a really crucial round for them to win. And like you said earlier, every round you can gain is a real big bonus. They've got 2 already. This looks like it could well be a third. mYm on a save. They're pushing 3 men forward in towards the T-spawn area. Ruit's managed to grab 1. Connie with another one. Oops will get himself 1 frag in that hallway, but Ruit comes back again with the AK, and that'll be 3 down. Oops with another one in. They have managed to pick up an AK there as well, so Oops has an AK in hand. He's 3v1 right now, so the odds are stacked well against him, but, completely stacked against him, because that's Tompa with the headshot for the final kill of the round, and Hurai have picked 3 rounds up, and 4-3. That's not particularly good for mYm on the CT side.
I'll tell you what, the very minimum you want to be coming out as T-sided on this map is 3 rounds. It gives you a fighting chance. Well, they've already got those 3 rounds, so now they just have to build on it. Now everything is a big, big bonus, and they can really start to build an assault into that mYm's team. Well, this one is going to go all the way down the wire. I can tell you that. It's map 3, 1 map aside, and this one will decide this game, as Ruit's going to open up onto Zion as the Hurai side try to make their way out the exit of the Ivy Alley side. And now they're going to charge on in. Ruit drop in Juvenile. Oops returns. Oops is a machine today as he's picked up another frag there. Real will come up on Tompa. PRB returns fire onto Ruit. PRB looking for more loving as he finds Lopez. Lopez is going to sit himself just outside. PRB will find that one. And the last man standing is Conte. AK-47 in hand. PRB and Real to deal with. Only 2 men left up for mYm. Didn't realize that many had gone down as he makes his way towards the bomb, which is underneath that train. He's going to try and get the shot. He does. And Conte is in trouble here, is in a great world here. As he makes his way forward onto the top of those trains, he looks like he's going to have to go for the kill, because that bomb may just be in an unreachable position. I'm not 100% sure on that, but Real is flanking him. There's the bomb. He's found it now, and he's picked up that bomb. Conte, 35 points of health. He's got 35 seconds as well to deal with it. Real behind the back of the bomb train, thinks he's faked it, thinks he's called a rotation, and Conte, playing it cleverly, is soon going to have to make a move out of there. Don't waste this opportunity. He's made an opening here to push on forward. Here goes Conte. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. He will go towards that bomb site. Eventually, Real is at the other bomb site. Conte does not yet put that bomb down. He's going to set himself up. Real is a long way from home as Conte's gone to the back of that bomb. He's going to lay it down on the very back so he can get it in a covering position. Real suddenly decided, hey, you know what? He's not at this bomb site. And he's going to make his way around. 1 versus round 4, the round point. This is crucial in map 3 as Real charges around those Z corridors. He's going to make his way forward. He's going to find Conte! And that'll be that. Hooray for Hurai as they're up 4 rounds here in this T side. And, well, this is going well.
Yeah, it's going rather well for them as well. It gets a clap from the crowd as well. And mYm, I think, will probably be on another save here. Looks almost certain that they are going to be. Well, Diga partial buy, so that's going to be another tough round for them. And 5 rounds in, that's not good news on this CT side. It really isn't. That's not what they wanted to be doing when they opened up so well. It was 4-1. It's now 4-4. And mYm are on a partial buy. They've got deagles between them. I don't think even everyone's got a deagle either. Ruit comes in with the first kill of the round. Lopez with the second one. That's 2 gone. Lopez with the third of the round. He's got 2 in this one. 3 downed already from the Hurai side. They're going to find 2 more men. And that'll be round 5. Claimed in the bag for them as the 9 that have happened so far. Not only they will have 5 rounds, they'll be leading on T side on train. And that is just unbelievable for mYm as the bomb gets planted. 17 HP for Lopez. He's already been in quite a lot of action, thank you very much. He won't want to play anymore. Real, though, will have spied the fact that they've not planted at this particular site, so he'll rotate back over to the B site. Real now making his way round. He is, actually down by Tompa, and Oops will know now where the other man is, and he's got 2 men ganging up on him, and Conti will claim that final kill. And Hurai have a lead here on T-side train by 5-4.
Well, we have an audience in the front row here that have been quite quite excitable, it has to be said, as they get excited as Team Hurai pick up their 5th straight round. That's the H2K team from Estonia, but sitting next to them is the mYm manager, who does not look too pleased, as his side have lost 5 big rounds. And
I think
finally,
they just realized that as well.
Estonia have just realized, oh crap, the guy next to me is from mYm, and now mYm, well, if worse comes to the worst, they'll at least beat up the Estonians. You know, they're going to get something out of this game. And, well, they sit here 5 rounds down. They picked up a frag there from PRB. Ruit's going to claim one on Zion as he will level things up at 4-on-4. It's all going to open things up. Ruit with another frag. There's Juvenile finally coming back and answering up. He's been silent in the second half. Oops will come back. Oops has been a machine as he dispatches of Nasu. Oops comes up with another one right on cue as Conte looks forward. We follow Oops. He's the man of the moment right now as they make their way forward. 3-on-1. Conte's going to go forward. Oops will dispatch of Conte, and the Estonians have been silenced in the front row, and that'll be that as it levels up at 5-5.
5-5 indeed, as Juvenile gets that diffuse as well. He's also got himself an AWP as well, and that'll be, I think that'll be causing a little bit of trouble now, because once they've AWPed themselves up in this particular map, it is very tough to get past them. So, you know, mYm have the AWPs out, and Hurai will be able to buy this round because they've had some success in the last 5, so they won't be in too many financial problems, I wouldn't have thought. Having said that, I didn't see one buy. Yeah, we do have an AWP in the hands of Conti, so there'll be AWP to AWP, and Juvenile will win that particular battle right across the train yard. Juvenile comes up with the first frag of the round on an AWP, and it's AWP v AWP. The Hurai player goes down. They've lost one man already as the multitude of grenades fly down in towards the bomb site. Tomper with a kill on the AK. Oops comes back with 1, 2 in a row from him, and he's having a massive game right now. 99 health. He'll get himself a 3rd kill as well inside the bomb site. Got to find one more, and they will claim yet another round mYm, and that'll be 2 in a row. Very, very important now. They've managed to stock themselves up on weaponry, and here he has to just flush one more man out, and that man is up at the top of the ramp. Ruit backing himself away in towards the toilets because that's about all he's got in this particular round, because he's got nothing else going on for him whatsoever. Juvenile, you see him scoping up, waiting for any sign of that final T-sided player to pop himself out, and there it'll be, and Juvenile claims his 2nd AWP kill of the round. And that is massive for mYm. They have another round in the bag. They lead by 6-5, and that's a bit more like it, Tosspot.
It is, but as you look at that scoreboard, you say 11 rounds played. What situation are Hurai in financially? I do believe I saw an AK-47 pop out right there. I'm not 100% sure. But even if the best that they can hope for is a partial bye here after losing 2 straight rounds, they're going to grenade in towards the middle, and some will go up Ivy. It'll be Tompa that goes on in, and PRB is going to charge around this corner any second now, and they'll find themselves some loving on the other side as PRB. Zion's going to collect himself a frag. They're not even going to get close to PRB's weapon. Nasu jumps up, down, left, right. He's doing the Jerry Halliwell dance routine, but he won't get the frag, and Zion will claim it, and that'll be that. Meet Your Makers take the round. 7-5 the score on the save round. Hurai will now be able to buy this round, and that will offer them some hope. But I'll tell you what, it's more like it for Meet Your Makers, but the crucial factor is Hurai have picked up so many rounds now that they don't care if they lose the rest of the 3 in this half.
I think you're right. I don't think they do care if they lose the last 3.5. We are into round 13 of the 15 in the first half in this 3rd map of the World Cyber Games Grand Final, quarter-final. Between Hurai and mYm. It's Norway versus Finland, an all-Scandinavian tie, as a grenade comes flying around the corner, and that would have hurt. Nasu doesn't seem to have been damaged by that one, though. Incredible, survived that one completely, but he won't survive that one. Gunshots come from the end of N4. PRB's claimed 2 in the round as well, and that'll send them scurrying away from that end. PRB with another one. It's got the AG on their areas, so the ace is not on, though, as Zion comes in with top, and they've made short work of this particular round, and mYm looks as if they're cruising to an 8th round win. They do indeed, with Real claiming the last kill of the round on Ruit, and you know what? That's nothing short of what they have to do right now. mYm have to take these last 2 to make it 10-5. If Hurai get just one more round in this, I think that's going to be very difficult for mYm when they switch over.
Yeah, Hurai going to change these weapons around, and they've obviously decided that this is the one they're going to go for. They had 2 rounds. Realistically, they could have saved on this and guaranteed the final round would have money. Instead, they've gone for this and going to try and go for both. It's a gamble, it's a decision, it's those types of decisions that send you into the semifinals of the World Cyber Games, as we now have Hurai pushing forward. The grenades will come in from bouncing off that wall. It's going to be Real pushing forward and claiming 1 frag from Meet Your Makers. He's going to back himself away just to overlook the bomb site, the enclosed bomb site, which we haven't seen much action from. Juvenile will probably in a minute decide to rotate his way through the Z hallways, because the whole Hurai side are on the other side of the map, and it's Oops that's going to open things up onto Ruit. Grenade comes forward, Tompa's doubling back, and now the Hurai side with just I believe only 2 players left alive in those stairwells. Tompa and Lupus are going to make their way forward, and it'll be PRB that is going to look around for them. He sees the bullets coming through the wall from one of them, but it's not going to be enough as PRB waits and waits patiently as Lupus pushes forward. And now, slowly but surely, the Meet Your Makers side collaborate to dispatch of those final players. No, they're going to down Juvenile, but that'll not be enough as he'll be alive next round. 9-5 to score. The last round of the half.
One more round then of this first half in the third map of this quarterfinal between mYm and Hurai. Hurai having taken 5 rounds early on in this game. They were actually 5-4 up, so they've lost 5 rounds in a row, but that's pretty much as expected on this particular map, so we're not too surprised about that. What we are surprised about is the fact that they took 5 of the opening 9. That's where the surprise occurred. It's all been happening here in this third map. Hurai now pushing forward. They're going to make a quick rush here in towards the train yard. Nasu leading that charge with the Galil in hand, so they have only had a partial buy, not a full buy this time round. Lopez with 1 kill. PRB got the opening frag of the round on Ruid as well, and that's an important frag because Ruid's been in good form this match. And he's gone down there 4v4, but they have managed to make their way towards that 4, trying to get that bomb planted and see whether they can now. They haven't planted it just yet, so I'm surprised about that. They've got one man waiting underneath the train. It's Oops. He's had a great game, really, all 3 rounds. And he's firing off down that far side. Zion in with 1. Real comes in with another one as well. And mYm push towards that 10th round victory. Here comes Real again with the second one. Connie finally gets one on the board with that Galil, but that's going to be a pretty well useless frag if he doesn't do anything with it. Real and Juvenile remain versus Conti from mYm. He has the Galil in hand. He's managed to make his way all the way through CT Sport and find himself another player around the box. Can he finish him off with the Galil through the box? He can. He's got Juvenile down. This could be massive for Hurai. They have 1v2 here. I'm sorry, 1v3. I thought it was 1v2. It's 1v2 now with 35 seconds remaining of this round. Conti now creeping his way back towards the 4 train at that far end. He's going to surprise Real in the back as well. Great shot from him. He's got 3 in the round. Can he get another one? No, he can't. Oops can come in with the M4. Good halves will be exchanged, and good half indeed from Hurai, but it's mYm that lead by 10-5.
We are live in the second half of the Counter-Strike 1.6 quarterfinal. It's Hurai versus Meet Your Makers, and the score sits at 10-5. We've 15 rounds, or possibly more, of Counter-Strike left in this game before we have ourselves a semi-finalist. And I'll tell you what, Red Eye, it's still anyone's ball game.
Absolutely anyone's. 10-5 is, it's kind of a nothing scoreline. It's even it up. And if anyone's ahead right now, it's going to be Hurai. But mYm will open it up with the first kill of the round thanks to Zion. Zion's come up with 2 big frags in this opening round. They've managed to push in towards the train bomb side as well. They've got that bomb down. Conti has finally got himself on the board. Lopez will equalise it back up again. And we're back to 3v3 despite the opening couple of kills from mYm. Lopez will come in with yet another one. Zion comes back on him. Zion with 2 more. He's got 4 in the round. Can't get the 5th one, but Oops can get the 5th one. And mYm strike out for home victory with an opening pistol round with sublime skills from both teams, but it's mYm that claim it, and they have the lead at 11-5 now.
11-5 the score. That is sensational from Meet Your Makers, because if they've picked that up, they can really push forward. They've got the advantage with that pistol round. They've got the money, and like we said earlier, but winning rounds on Terrorist on this map is very, very difficult. It happens as often as I change my underwear, maybe 5 times a week, not 7, as you would expect in other maps and other people. And you see, the Meet Your Makers side have to push forward. They have to, take this advantage and make it count. But as we follow Oops, possibly he's on a save himself here. BRB with a Galil push forward. Oh. Oops doesn't need an SMG. He can do it all with that USP. And he makes his way through. Juvenile's claimed 1. There's Oops. Oops, I love you. He gets another frag. Juvenile will go down to Tompa as Oops is just hounding forward. He's going to make his move around the center of this map, and that'll be that. Oops, marry me.
Unbelievable. Never mind Oops. That was sensational from him. 2 kills in the round with the pistol, and mYm claim, as expected, really, that second round of this particular third map. They have a 2-0 half lead and a 12-5 lead overall as well. So they are 4 rounds away, not just from victory on this map, and not just from victory in this game, but 4 rounds away from being in the last 4 at the World Cyber Games. That's how big this game is. Hurai will know that as well. They were favourites coming into this match. No one expected mYm to get this far, let alone take on Hurai and take them to task. Here we go with round 3. PRB is going to open this up with the AK shot. Real comes back in as well, and mYm really pushing forward. They've got the bomb planted as well, and Juvenile in with the MP5 shot on top. They've got 3, they've got 4. No, they've not got 4. They have got 4 now. Ruik got 1 kill in that round, and Zion pushes forward to claim 2 more frags, and mYm edge ever closer to that semi-final place with a 13-5 lead.
I want to know what was in mYm's breakfast this morning, because it certainly wasn't in everyone else's. They are in sensational form. They are leading 13-5 the score right now. They need 3 rounds for victory. Let's factor in that CT-sided bias. Let's remind you all that Hurai should be picking up these rounds. They're on their first bye round. I'll be willing to put a pound down right now to say they'll win this round as they push their way forward. Now, it's an even Stevens round as both teams have the weapons. Nasu's going to find himself some loving from Zion in just a moment, who's on the top of that ladder as Nasu's pushed beneath it. Ruitt's covering the long corridor as now Oops is just watching the back, and mYm haven't quite made a commitment just yet. Juvenile and Real are going to go on forward. They've read, they've reacted, and they've decided they're going to go on through. Oops is still watching the 6 as Lupus hasn't made a move. Ruitt's about to be called into action as well as they charge on down these stairways. Here it goes. Ruitt any second now is going to have a big old terrorist man to shoot down on around the right-hand side. He pushes that spray around just to make it look cool, and now he's going to go forward. Ruitt with the M4 charging on in. He's waiting, he's spamming, he's collected 1. That's the job done. The Juvenile will go down. Real will follow suit. Tomper is going to wait, and there's Ruitt just jumping around that corner. He made the noise as if he went down the ladder, jumped around that corner, took the frag, and now it's only 2 men standing up. It's PLB and Oops. I'll tell you what, Oops is one of the men you want in that situation, but 2 on 5, it's no good. And they're just deciding how long can they wait out. 25 seconds. It may be possible if they can hold this one out and save that AWP.
Yeah, it might be worthwhile as well. They've got an AK and an AWP to save. They're worthwhile keeping as well, bearing in mind that they would lose this next round. Oops comes up with a brilliant AWP shot along the top corridor. Oh, Topper will find his man though. PRB comes back on Topper, and then Lupus in with a final killer round. It was a costly round in the end for Hurai. They lost 2 men at the end of the round. Didn't need to lose them, but hey, they pushed in, they won the round. They have 1 on the board right now, and that's 13-6 in favour of mYm.
13-6, stunning stuff, and this has got too hot to handle for the Estonians. One of them's having to go to the bathroom just to relieve himself from all this excitement, and I'll tell you what, it's just been sensational. It's been a game of cat and mouse, and Hurai have clawed their way back into this. Nasu picks up 1. Zion's going to go down. Real Juvenile Oops say, follow suit as Hurai clean house with a clean sweep, and the Estonians erupt in the front row because that was a brilliant round from Hurai. And I'll tell you what, if they can keep it going, if they can keep the mentality, just wipe the scoreboard out of the equation, then they can come back into this game and they can go in to the semi-final.
Well, you know, they were the favourites before this game started, so the fact that we're even in the third map is credit to mYm. They do still have the lead, of course. They have 6 rounds in the bag in terms of like 6-round advantage. They can make 6 mistakes, if you like, and still manage to go through. It's 13-7 right now, and mYm looking for another round on T-side. They got those opening 3, and they were big 3 rounds as well, but Hurai will know if they can keep them pinned down, keep their advantage on this CT side, they can win this match still. Topper's open up the first round, first shot of the round. Topper will get a second one as well, and Juvenile's gone down finally. Oops comes in with a kill. He's been a massive player for mYm today, but not massive enough because Nasu and Conti come in with 2. Reals come back with another finally kill. Lurpis looking for that kill with the M4, down by the 6 train. He will get that kill as well, and Hurai come back yet again. It's 13-8, and this one is anyone's game.
I've got to know, we've got a crowd out there of just, a handful of people, but they're going wild for this game. It's been that exciting. The guys in the front row are almost chanting. I'm curious as to why H2K want the Hurai side to win this game more than mYm, but I don't think we'll find out because they aren't looking at us. However, they're going to push forward, and Lupus is going to charge on in here. Grenades forward, 3-3 the score. Nasu opens up, and now it's going to be Real that will go down. Ruitt's going to push through, and Conte will go in as mYm will get massacred coming down that stairwell. mYm were on a save that round. It's important to note. 4-3 the score at the half, not at the half, but 4-3 the score in the second half. And Hurai have certainly clawed their way back in, and they're not to be outdone.
No, absolutely not. I saw them at the WSVG in London. You can never count this side out. They never worry whenever they're down by a few rounds. We're down by 5 rounds in this half when they switched over. They're now down by 4 at 13-9. So even though they lost that opening pistol and then the next 2, you'd have thought that in their minds they would be thinking, Christ, we're only 3 rounds from going out of the World Cyber Games. But that's not even coming into their minds right now. It might do this time round, though. Reel's opened up for mYm, and they've got an AWP shot kill through that train yard, and that'll give them a man advantage. They've really got to make this one count and play. PRB doesn't spy one underneath the train, and Real's come up with another kill in the round. They still have a man advantage. 4v3 now. Real with 2 AWP shots in that in the open train yard. Topper in with another one. Conti with another one. They then switch round. Real's got a third one with the AWP. That's 3 in the round for him. He's only got 3 in the... mYm have only got 3 kills in this round, and he has all 3 of them. Can he spy himself another one through the boxes across the train yard? No, he can't. PRB will stop the ace from happening, but mYm have a real chance of winning this round as they're 2v1. Oh, PRB comes back with 2 stunning frags on Ruit as well, and downs them both, and despite the fact they were 2v1, they couldn't get the round taken, and mYm now will surely be pushing for victory.
It's all about momentum. Get 1 round in the bag and you can make it 2. As soon as you have 2, 3's a little bit easier. You've got the money. You can make stuff happen. Real's got that AWP for a 2nd round in a row. They can rotate this strat out, and Hurai will grenade themselves over. Still on a buy, so it's a double gun round here. Hurai now know that they are in trouble, because if mYm win this, we're going to match point, and that is huge. It's going to be mYm to push themselves slowly forward. Hurai have Ruit that's going to watch the end of this corridor, and he will be looking for some loving at the back of the entrance to that other bomb site. Juvenile's going to get the love, though, as he makes his way forward. Real's pushed forward with that AWP. He's seeing the spam coming forward. He's seeing some trace of fire, but he's not going to utilize it. Juvenile's going to grenade himself over from the right-hand side. He will be the fake. He will be saying, Conte Lopez, look at me, I'm Sandra D, but they're not going to come his way. They're going to back themselves all the way around, probably drop down this ladder any second now and throw a complete fake. As they make their way forward, they've got all 5 players stuck in the white hallways. They're exchanging the bomb. They're dropping down the ladder one by one. And as they wait, they've got Oops, who's dropped a long way behind the Danger Man. And they make their way forward. Nasu 1-2 opening up. Zion's going to stop that one, though. They charge on forward. Oops is going to make the entry from the left-hand side. And here we go. 3-on-3. Tompa, Conte, and Lopez all pushing behind the back of the uncovered bomb site. 30 seconds to make something happen. 4-4 the score. 3-on-3. mYm pushing their way all the way down the back. Zion opens up. Man advantage goes to mYm. And Tompa will go down. Zion, 15 points of health. He has the bomb. Lopez has just been smoked out by Zion as he charges around this corner any second now. He connects. Oops saves Zion from impending death, and it's all on Conte. Conte picks up 1. Bomb goes down. He's got 2 players left to go. Oops is one of them. Zion is the other, and here he comes. 93 points of health on the board. He looks around. He gets the 2nd. He doesn't get the 3rd, and mYm go to match point, and we're at 15-9, and this is absolutely sensational.
Unbelievable stuff from mYm, then. They are on match point. This is the big one now. Never mind match point. This is game, set, and match point. 15 rounds in the bag, 15-9. They have 6 chances to claim their place in the final 4. Yep, the final 4 at the World Cyber Games. It doesn't get much bigger than this for mYm. They're on the verge of a famous victory over their Finnish counterparts from Hurai. Let's see how this one goes. Round 10 of the second half. 6 to go, of course. Plenty of spam over towards the 4. Train from Conti up high in the crow's nest. Hasn't spied himself anyone so far. Real will pick up the first frag of the round. That could be massive for mYm right now. Real picking up that first frag on Ruid as well. And Ruid has had an absolutely astonishing game all the way through 3 maps. And mYm have got rid of 1 dangerous man on the Hurai side. Lurpis just still waiting. Has spied himself 1 on top of the train. Connie will come in with the kill. And that's 4v4 right now. So mYm still looking 4 more men. 1 minute remaining. They've pushed themselves into the bomb site. That bomb will get planted as well. And now it's all down to Hurai. They've got to try and get this diffused as well as deal with a lot of other players. Oops comes in with 1 kill. Nasu replies yet again. Zion moving in towards that bomb site. Will get himself a frag on Nasu as well. Can he get the one on the top of the build? No, he can't. And Conti will drop down onto towards this bomb site. Go for the fake defuse. He's got to try and flush them out right now. And he's on his own as he's got 1 more man to the right hand side. Topper will come up with 1 kill. They do have the advantage here, and Topper will get another one. And there it is. You hear the cheer from the crowd. Tompa with 2 big kills and the defuse in the round, and mYm will have to wait another round for victory and a place in the last 4.
Momentum stopped. Now we have an issue because it's all about the momentum. As soon as mYm could pick up that 1 round, the second became much easier. Now the momentum has been cut in half, and it is going to stop the mYm team. The confidence will not be flowing. You saw right there, 1 gun was exchanged. They're not financially sound. They do not have an ISA. They will push forward and make their way down to the right-hand side and go inside the white walkways as 5 and they will in fact waste no time. Hurai spreading themselves out. Tompa and Ruit are now going to be the only men covering the side of the bomb site. Tompa picks up one. Ruit picks up one. There's Tompa picking up with another one. Zion goes down. There's PRB and Tompa exchanging frags. Conte is in a little bit of trouble at the back of that bomb site, not landing that frag. His HG's done some damage, but PRB is still going to get this bomb down, and that'll be money in the bank as Meet Your Makers, Team Norway, will push forward. If PRB can pick up one, it's game on, but if he goes down, it's 1-on-3, and it is 1-on-3, but it's oops. 1-on-3 to put them into the final. Into the semi-final, he picks up one. Conte going on down. Meet Your Makers now will charge on forward. The bomb is about to be defused by Nasu. Lopez is there. Nasu and Lopez both inside. They will fake out that defuse. The clock and the bomb tick away. Oops with 72 points of health is going to push in. Nasu's now going for the defuse. Shut down. Lopez is going to go in. Is he going to get it? Tick, tick, tick. It is going to be defused. What a round from Hurai. And that is stunning, stunning stuff.
More importantly than that, the fact that they've got that round in the bag, 15-11 now, it's 4 rounds between them, and not only that, I'm pretty sure that MY are going to be on the save round. Indeed, I haven't seen a single buy from any of them. They know they've still got 4 more rounds. They're not going to panic on this one. They have 4 more chances to grab this game. They're on a partial buy, actually. There's a couple of Deagles spread around the team as well, so they'll make a big push. I think we might see a quick rush in towards that closed bomb site. Indeed, we do. But they all rush right past that first ramp. Now 2 go down. There's HE flown down there. Zion's just going to ignore that one. Go flying in towards that bomb site. Ruit with 1-2 in a row with the M4. One on a headshot. Real comes back with a kill, and that will enable them to pick up an M4 down in that bomb site. Real with another kill in the round as well. Nasu down waiting for the man to come down the first ramp. Will get the kill, and Lurpus in with a final one, and Hurai are making this a game. It's 15-12 in the third map here, and mYm still need 1 more round.
1 round out of 3, otherwise we're going to overtime here. And I'll tell you what, you're going to need to hold B for this one, Red Eye, because this is exciting. This is tense stuff, as Hurai now know that mYm should have bought on this round. Yes, they have. They got the grenades out and will be fully prepped for this one. 7-5 the score. They sit on the precipice of the semi-final. PRB is going to lead the assault in slowly but surely. Nasu and PRB will exchange frags. Tompa will pick one back up, and they'll make their way forward. Oops is going to charge on in, AK-47 in hand. Picks up one. Conte done another one, though, as Oops is now going to be called on to go above and beyond as he makes his way slowly forward. He's going to have to go beyond the game to win this round for mYm. He'll push forward. Lopez is going to grenade himself through. Ruit is there. He's going to sit himself on the top of that bomb train. Conte picks up the frag on Oops. Zion's the man with the bomb, and he's stuck between a rock and a very, very hard place that happens to come from Finland. He's going to get up one frag. It'll be Conte that goes down, but Lurpus will pick up the frag, and that'll be that. That'll force mYm into a save, and it'll all go down to the last round, I would say.
15-13 is the score then. 2 more rounds remaining of ordinary time. Remember, it was 15-9. mYm have blown 4 rounds in a row, and now the momentum swings back to the Finns. They have 2 more rounds to win. They have to win them. That's the pressure for them. But Hurai will have that pressure unguarded. They've been here before. They've plenty of experience, and they know what they've got to do. They've got to win this round. Otherwise, it's all over. It's exactly the same as the previous 4, which they've already won. So they know what they have to do. mYm, meanwhile, have a mixture of weapons, actually. 1 with an AK, 2 with Deagles just in front of us as well. So they've not been able to buy, but they are going to try and make a push towards that 4 train and see if they can get that bomb loaded. They're not going to break out into that open yard just yet. Ruit waiting through the smoke in the back hallway, waiting for any sign of an mYm player poking his head through that smoke and giving him an opportunity to strike him down. Real there has 59 HP as well, and only a Deagle for comfort, so he's not in the greatest of shape. Top will open up. Conti with another one as well, so they've got the 2-man advantage now, and this is very, very bad news indeed for mYm. I think their partial buy is a mistake myself, but hey, we'll see. PRB has picked up an AK-47. He's down Tompa as well. It's almost like a panic buy from mYm. Why did they even bother? Why didn't they just eco this one out and then play the next round with strength? Nasu with another kill as well, and Hurai again giving themselves an advantage here. They have 2 more men to flush out. It's 4v2, and that'll be another couple of quick kills from Lurpis, and we go to final round at 15-14. mYm need 1, Hurai need 1 to tie it up.
mYm absolutely crazy. Their manager is sitting over there, and I wanted to pass on how upset I am with the fact that they went on and bought in that last round.
Crazy stuff.
Absolutely crazy. There was only a partial buy. Now they're in a complete, buy whatever we can. Let's try and buy a ham sandwich. Oh, wait, we can't afford one. And now in this final round, they're going to throw it all away possibly. But here we go. Jaws type moment. Win this round and they're in the semifinals. Lurpus, Real exchanging frags. They're going to push their way forward. It'll be Real. It will make its way through. 4 men left that stand between mYm and the semi-final. Make that 3. Tompa goes on down. Real going to push forward. Lurpus will pick himself up a frag right on the top. Root with another one. Oops goes down. Juvenile's going to push forward. Root with the hat trick. Conti's going to push around and it's all on PRB.
Wow.
He goes down. And we're going into overtime. Hurai have saved themselves in this one. Meteor Makers, I'll say they shot themselves in the foot with that decision to buy on round number 29. But it was round number 30 that they lost. And the Estonians have gone absolutely mad. They've gone nuts in this game because they just can't believe that Hurai have come back. We're going into overtime.
I can't believe it either. We're going into overtime. That's it then from the third map then. We'll be right back with the deciding rounds of this brilliant quarter-final. They blew it. They really did blow it. And if they've lost this game because of that, I think they're going to be very upset. Here we go then. 5 seconds and we'll get underway for overtime in the third map between Hurai and mYm. They've played 3 maps. They can't separate them. We're going to play overtime to see who goes through to the last 4 of the 2006 World Cyber Games here in Monza, Italy. Tossbot, take us away.
Enter the Jaws music. Enter every tense scenario that you've ever been in your life. Feel the sweat. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. It's time for the Jamaican bobsleigh time. As they make their move forward, Hurai will charge on in towards this uncovered bomb site. And remember, it's all money on. You get 10,000 in overtime. PRB is going to open the fragging up with 1 for Meteor Makers, who will now continue to fire on down. Nasu's going to set himself up. PRB's picked up a second frag. There's Ruit with a grenade to salvage something from Hurai, but Zion's come up with a frag. Conti going on down. Great start here from Meteor Makers as Zion will pick up another one right after Tompa dropped. Oops. And the last man standing is Ruit. He's going to push forward. He's got a USBL. He'll take a frag onto Real, and he's got 2 players left to deal with. The bomb has still not gone down, so the opening is there for it. He's nothing to lose with that money situation. And, grenade will just whistle past him right there, and he'll push in towards those Z hallways. As Zion has rotated all the way around, and Juvenile's covering him with 4 points of health. Zion 78, so not 100 between them. Ruit doesn't have it. Oh! Juvenile massacred down, and it's 1-on-1 for the round point. Ruit can take great pride as he takes the round in sensational style, and that will be that. Hurai will take this one, and really, they can take great pride from the way Ruit has won this round for them.
You know, he's been a big player all the way through these matches. Every single map, he's had some kind of massive kill or clutch round, and he was definitely clutch there. Absolutely superb round from Ruit. He's done it again, yet again for them, and he saved them that time round, because you know what? If mYm had taken that with a 2v1 on T side, that would just be a round in the bag for them. They could have then just cleaned up on CT side 3-0, and they would then be heading to the semi-finals. As it is, they're going to have to do it all again in this round, and you know what? They're going to be on a save this time as well, so it's going to be very tough. Oh, well, they're not going to be a save because of course the 10,000 buy-in, so my mistake on that one. But hey, round 2, they are in trouble. They have to win at least one of these rounds. The Juvenile will open up with the AK-47, and that's a great start for mYm again, but we've seen them blow great starts already. Tompa in with a return fire kill. They're 4v4 right now. Oops will come up with the AWP shot. Long hallway right across that train yard on Lurpis, and now Tompa trying to spy himself someone through the smoke. Down at the 5 train. Hasn't spotted anyone so far, so he'll wait in for anyone to pop their heads around the corner. PRB has made his way round towards that train. Ruit now comes up with another kill, and there's 2 more from Ruit. He's having a massive game here in the quarterfinals. Conti with another one. They've got 1 more man to find. It's Real. Real's down Ruit. That's a big frag from him, but he's still got a lot of work to do with the final 2 men in this round. Can he flush them out? Can he get towards the bomb site? I don't think he's going to have any intention of doing that one, and maybe, just maybe, even save his gun here. They're 1-0 down in the overtime, and this would be 2-0 to Hurai on the CT side, as expected, really. But you know what? If we get 3 rounds from Hurai and then 3 rounds from him, we could be here all night.
I'll tell you what, for Real, this is a time to go hard or go home. Do not waste this opportunity. 1-on-2. Ruit's just showed you how to do it in that last round, and Real's decided to go hard, and he is going to go hard, and now it's all down to Tompa to stop him and send him home. Real's backing around. He's got his back to goal. He doesn't realize that Tompa may be behind him. He's looking now. Real versus Tompa for the round point. 13 seconds on this one. He's not going to go for the bomb plant. Tompa's beneath him. He pops up. He's not turning around. Real gets the round for mYm Makers. And that'll be 1-1. And they salvage something from this one. What a sensational play. Go on, go home. He went bloody hard.
He did go in hard. What a round. What a brilliant round from Real. We had a stunning round from Ruin in the last round. 2v1. He won clutch. Real this time is the clutch master. 1-1. And we are unbelievably... I just can't believe how much excitement we've had from this game. It's been an incredible match between Hurai and mYm. I don't even want it to last. I don't want it to finish. It is going to end at one point in this game as the HE comes flying through into the corridor. That'll do a lot of damage to Thrin. Real did manage to escape with his life intact, though, and 100 health points are his for the taking. 1-1 is the score as we head into this third and final round of this overtime session. Nasu in. He's obviously not in a full bike, so they've had a famous kill. Nasu in with that first kill for the round, though. It's big for Hurai. They have to take this one. If they don't take this one, Toss, they're in a real big pile of trouble because, you know what? Losing one round on T-side is hard enough at this stage. They don't want to lose two. Ruin in with an HG kill. PRB returns fire and gets the kill on Ruin. And again, mYm have the advantage here. They've got 4 men versus 3. Oh, there's another one in from Nasu as well. He'll claim that one in the white rooms as well in the back. They have 4v2 and mYm cornered right now down in the bottom of the map. PRB and Juvenile trying to make their ways down the ramp. Tomper is waiting for him and he'll spy one. Conti gets 2 in a row. Great stuff from Conti. Good half will be exchanged, I'm sure. Well, GG, says Real, but not quite GG yet, I don't think. It's 1-2 in favour of Hurai as they switch sides.
3 rounds of Counter-Strike will determine this game. The question is, who has the balls to win them? I'll tell you what, it could go either way right now, as Hurai really have shown that they do have what it takes. But I'll tell you what, the fact that you have $10,000 really does change the balance in this map. The fact that you don't have to worry about money levels what is an unlevel map. And therefore, Hurai really do have an opening here. Limiting mYm to just 1 has given them a chance. And we're going live in the second half of overtime. Red Eye, why don't you take us away for this great match?
Yep, three more rounds remaining, absolutely the max, unless of course we end up with another 2-1 scoreline. This time flicked around, of course. mYm are 2-1 down from that first half, which makes the overall score 17-16 in favour of the Finns from Hurai. They need just, well, 2 more rounds. That would do. If they get these next 2 rounds, that's it. Game over. They're in the semi-final and the last 4 at the World Cyber Games finals here in Monza, Italy for 2006. Here we go. We're underway. Then let's join the Hurai side as they make their push forward. They've actually made a split here. 3 down the long corridor and 2 back up in the white hallways. Conti making a nuisance of himself possibly over at the covered side. So they are going to push forward. They've put a smoke down into that corridor and that'll alert mYm to the fact that they have got some men down there. They won't know how many, of course, and PRB will wait with his aim trained. Grenade gunner unleashed down in that corridor. That'll make them push back as well. Some gunfire being thrown down that hallway. 3 of them still sitting there. PRB now will think that perhaps he's frightened them off. Perhaps he's scared them. Perhaps they're going back towards their spawn area, but they're not. They're holding ground. No fire has been opened up. No kills so far from this round as we head into the last 55 seconds. It's tense stuff here. You can cut the atmosphere with a knife. PRB waits yet again. He's down a little bit damaged as well, having thrown that grenade through. And he will spy himself one. Juvenile will come up with an AWP shot as well. And mYm edge closer to victory perhaps. Lurpis in finally with a return kill. Zion with another one, and that's big stuff from mYm. That's 3 down in the round. And there is Ruit. He's got to have another big round if they're going to come back into this one. Hurai downed already, and Ruit in with a kill on Zion. Lurpis goes down under the fire from Juvenile with the AWP, and Ruit will be last man standing here in the open train yard. Going to try and get that bomb planted at the 4 train, but he doesn't have the bomb in sight right now. Now he does. It's just underneath that train, and he will decide to pick it up. There it is, collected under the noise of the grenade, just to perhaps send any distress signals off towards those mYm players. They're going to defend this open train yard for all it's worth. Bomb is about to go down. No, it's not, because Oops will find him just after the train, and that is a great round from mYm, and that ties us back up yet again at this seesaw game. It's 17 apiece.
Remember, Hurai need just 1 round. That's all they got to worry about. Let's pick up 1 round, and that'll put the pressure back on our opponents. That is mYm, and if Hurai can do that, then that's fine. They've got 2 rounds to make it happen. As long as they pick up some frags, maybe a bomb plant, they can guarantee money in the next round, and that's all they got to worry about. Make the simple things happen. Make it possible so that they can do it in 1 of 2 rounds. Don't put unnecessary pressure on yourselves. Ruit's going to charge on in now. He has an entry in towards the uncovered bomb site. the train out there as he charges on in. Ruit will push slowly forward. There's Zion opening things up. Topper going down. Ruit says hello to Zion and now says goodbye. Nasu comes up with an AK headshot. Juvenile goes down. Ruit continues to be a menace right on this, right underneath the bird's nest. Bomb planted, 2 kills in, so they will be buying next round. PRB comes through. Ruit is sensational. Conti goes down. Oops is still alive though. Last man standing, 1 on 3. Oops picks up 1. No, he doesn't. Lupus picks him up, and that'll be that. And we go to the final round of overtime, knowing this could go anywhere.
Anywhere indeed. 18-17 in overtime in the third map of the quarter-final of the World Cyber Games Grand Final in Monza, Italy. Hurai lead by 1. They need this round if they want to play in the semi-finals. And mYm, of course, to stay back into it, have to win.
Red Eye, who's going to win it?
I don't even want to pick.
Meet your makers.
We'll see. mYm then, if they win this one, we'll go to another set of overtime, of course. So Hurai have it all on them. They're 18-17 up. They've started well this round. Tomper in with the first kill of the round. They've abused the grenades through the hallway, but Juvenile's waiting for them with the AWP. That'll equalise it up, and Real comes up with a big frag with the HE. Zion in with another one on the M4, and mYm suddenly find themselves with an advantage. Real comes in with another one, and we look as if we are going to be heading to yet another round of overtime. With Ruit, though, you never know. He's going to find himself. Juvenile has 1 kill. It is just the last man standing. 3v1. It was 4v1. He's found himself 1 frag, but with 23 health and 3v1, this game's going to another set of overtime for sure.
Ruit picks up 1 frag. Zion goes on down. We switch across to Ruit. 62 points of health and 2 men to kill. 50 seconds to play with. Ruit could do it as he makes his way forward. As he goes underneath that train, he sees the bomb. He knows that someone must have also got a glance at it. He's going to charge himself around this corner. Real and Oops are underneath that bomb train. Ruit hasn't picked up that bomb, which is surprising, but he did this last time with the Khalil. This time he won't get it. Media Makers will tie this one up at 18-18. And I'll tell you what, Red Eye, I'm not 100% sure if we're going to switch over or go to Cobble. Because
World Cyber Games quarterfinals from the Grand Finals here in Monza, Italy. It is quarterfinal time for a place in that semi-final, the last 4 between mYm and Hurai. You can't separate these two with anything. You can't even fit a piece of grass between them. It's 18-18, and we go into second overtime here on Train. Tosspot, take us away.
Ruit is the man that you want to be watching out for Hurai. We follow him. He's been picking up rounds left, right, and center. They will start on the terrorist side. They have 6 rounds to play with, of which they need 3. Ruit's going to edge his way slowly forward. Conte goes on down to the scream of, gets the frag on Oops to the scream of nice. There's Lupus coming on forward. Real will pick himself up the frag on Tompa as he will just sit himself down. There's Conte again though. Juvenile will go down and Real's going to back himself away because PRB's in trouble. Conte's alive and Nasu's looking for a rotation. He's not going to find one. Bomb has been planted. PRB spamming through the wall, doesn't claim the frag though, and it's a 2-on-3. PRB and Real. Real going to rotate and Nasu will probably shoot him down as Real looks around. He doesn't quite get him. Ruin and Lupus finish the round, and Hurai pick up a big one on the T side, and that is impressive. Get that one out of the way. You know, you must take 1 round on T to avoid any unnecessary pressure, and they've done that, and the pressure is going to be telling, and the tiredness is going to be telling for these players.
You know what, and the pressure switches each round as well. With every round that's won or lost, the pressure goes backwards and forwards as well. The pressure is now back on mYm again, because although they're on CT side, they have that small advantage in the overtime section, although the 10,000 buyout does make it a little bit different. They now know they have to take the next 2 rounds, otherwise it could well be game over. Hurai, on the other hand, can relax a little bit knowing they've got that first round in the bag. They have the lead by 19-18 now, so, you know, 1 more round from this T side, and that could see them very, very nicely set up to go into the second half of this overtime. Haven't seen any kills this particular round so far, so even Stevens with 5 men on the board for both, as Juvenile will top himself down in towards that generator, just set himself up for any kills coming out of the white walkway. Oh, and Ruit comes in with an HE on top of the train. That's a big kill from Ruit. Ruit rid of a really big frag. He's been great all day in this Hurai side. He's got himself the first frag of the round as well. And now Hurai with a man advantage will try and push through it. If they can steal away this round, it could be massive for them. And it could see the end of the mYm challenge. And then you have to say, round 29, that's where you lost this game. And is it going to be the case for the mYm Meet Your Makers side as they find themselves, struggling Ruit up the ladder and decides to down Zion. That's 2 in the round for him already, and that's really huge for Hurai. They have a 5-3-3 advantage. PRB will pull themselves 1 back with the M4 shot on Lupus, and Conti now joins his teammate as they will boost him 1 up just to see whether there's anyone hiding behind those trays. They still haven't made the push towards the bomb site though, and so therefore Hurai are still hanging back. There's 1 man on top of the train. Oops will grab grabbed 2 big frags, and Conti wasn't able to contact him, and that was huge for Oops. He's got those 2 frags. Conti missed the chance to kill him on top of the roof as well, and there it is. Oops in on top, but was the last kill. Conti now trying to flush him out as we have a 3v1 situation, and Hurai have lost that opportunity to dominate in this second half as the target gets saved, and Conti does find himself the kill, but time just ran out on him there, Johnson. I actually think that's a missed opportunity there for Hurai.
I definitely agree with you there, as the Hurai side know that there's a lot to be played for, and as they push through now, that was a round where it was there to be played for, it was there to be won, as they will now await to see what happens in this final round on this half. You know, there's a lot of people exchanging between Team 3D and NIP on the big stage right now. That game is in overtime just like this. I'll tell you what, it's got nothing on this game. Even the mYm's manager has rejoined us for this one because this is exciting. Norway will come up with 1 frag. It's Juvenile that's done it. Remember, this isn't just mYm versus Hurai. This is Finland versus Norway. And now it's going to be Finland to push forward as they jump themselves up. Lupus is going to connect on to Zion as they'll charge on in. And it'll be massive if Hurai could pick up a second round. They will wait, and Oops will down Tompa, and Real's going to make his way towards that smoke. Can't actually connect on a silhouette of a player as he looks around, and nothing moves just yet for him. In fact, Lupus was there, and he's run away because on the other side of the map, Nasu has charged on down towards the uncovered bomb site. He's going to put that one down and ring out the surprise. Only Real's seen it. Oops doesn't know, and now Real's going to make his way forward. He's going to have to make this one a reality if he wants to take this round. He's pushing slowly forward. He's got one body in front of him. Nasu connects with it. Juvenile's going to just jump on in towards that bomb site. Gung-ho. I don't think there's been enough organization in this rotation, but they will get a frag. Oops will pull this one back. It's a 2-on-2 as Conti and Lupus will go on through. Lupus down Oops. 1-on-1. Conti, Lupus versus Juvenile. 49 points of health. He'll go in for the defuse, and he's just going to go for it, and Conti will take the frag, and Hurai go in at the half. 1 round up than you would have expected them to be. 2-1 the score, and mYm are going to have to take 2 rounds on the terrorist side.
Yeah, that's going to be really tough to see whether mYm can do this. But you know what? We've been here. Yeah, whoops, says Lupus. You're right about that one. And 20-19 is now the score in favour of Hurai. They have the advantage, and they've got to make it pay. 2 more rounds will see them through to the last 4 of the World Cyber Games. And it's nothing more than they would have expected at the start of this game. But they've been given a hell of a ride by mYm, that's for sure. No doubt about it. This has been a terrific game between these two sides. Full of mistakes, of course, as well. Let's not forget that. But the skills on show as well have been stunning. Hurai versus mYm then. We get this round underway in 4 seconds' time. And this will be the second half of the second lot of overtime. Score sitting at 20-19 in favour of Hurai.
On the third map. That just adds to the marathon that we have seen from these two teams and these groups of athletes that have gone a long, long way and kept themselves in the zone, inside the game. That's where you are. We got to go beyond the game to see this one out. Yes, that's the World Cyber Games theme tune, and yes, I've overused that saying one too many times, but I know you'll forgive me. PRB is going to make his way forward as he just spies an AWP shot coming through. Norway now will charge on down as the AWP shot from behind. In fact, as the smoke comes in, and that'll just allow Norway to funnel on down towards this cover bomb site. PRB will now drop down. Grenades go on forward as Norway will charge on up the backside. Ruit is going to rotate around and get himself involved. You know you want to follow Ruit. He's got 76 points of health and an M4 in hand as he will just spam a few shots in towards that wall. Doesn't connect with the frag. The smoke is there. He's looking for the shot. Who is there? The Oops is going to watch their 6s. Conte looks like he might push down. Real and Zion are going to make their entry.
Oh.
There we go. Frag apiece for BRB and Zion. And the bomb will clearly get traveled in towards that covered bomb site. It'll be Juvenile that'll get himself on top of that train looking for some action as the bomb has been planted. And Conte is going to wait inside the Z hallways. And maybe they're going to give this one up already. And I'll tell you what, in overtime, that's a costly decision. But, well, in fact, no two ways about it. In overtime, that's a costly decision.
Yeah, run away, run away. That bomb hurts me. I don't want to play. I mean, what are they doing? 3v5, let's take it on. There's nothing to lose in this round. I mean, you know, you could say, well, if they lose the next one, then they've got to eco the last one. But they only need 1 round in this side, and they've equalised it back up. 2 rounds would give them victory. They're 20-19 right now, and this would then be an equalisation round. And mYm have come back into this one with 20-20. And that's a brilliant round from them. They didn't even lose a man either, so expensive round from Hurai. You know, we said earlier mYm made a terrible mistake in round 29, but I actually think that's a poor decision from Hurai that time round. Time will tell, of course.
Yes, indeed. Round number 2 here as Hurai sit on the precipice, knowing that they must focus everything. If the mYm side were to take this, then they could go on for an infamous victory here. They're looking, they're pressurizing, they're in such a great position here. Hurai now, mYm after taking that first round, really ease some of the pressure on them. They're going to push forward though, and Nasu is going to show them why they saved.
Wow.
Conte with another one, and now it's going to be Zion to push back forward. Conte sitting underneath the train. Nasu collects the third frag, and while they've cleared this one out, and we are going to go down to a third and final round, surely, because I don't think mYm can save this in a 2 versus 5.
No, 2v5 is a very tough order indeed, but Zion's made a little bit of inroads into the Hurai side with the downing of Nasu next to his AK-47. He'll just try and pick off a couple more down in that corner if he can. And oops, wow, there's another HE comes flying in. That'll do a bit more damage. 56 seconds, plenty of time, but the Ruit man is making a bit of a rotation round as Lurpis will claim the life of Zion. Ruit now making his way down that stairway and will now try and surprise Oops in the back. Is he going to pull out that knife perhaps? You know, I've seen funnier things happen. He is now going to make his way down that walkway any second now. He's going to spy himself, Oops, but he's not going to get the kill. But the turnaround for Oops meant that Lurpis can come in, and that is a round in the bag from Hurai. We go to yet another match point. This is the 4th time we have been at match point. It's 21-20 in favour of Hurai, and they have to win this round.
This is nerve-wracking. This is what gaming is all about. It's time to really make sure that you know that you're in a sport, that you know that you're in a situation where every click, every action has a reaction, and everything that goes on has real open things up. It's going to be Lurpis that goes down, and now Juvenile's going to push himself up. Smoke will go off right in front of him. He's looking on top of that roof, nothing moving. Zion's picked himself up a frag. Tompa's going to have to play huge. 3 on 5. mYm's rotating around and towards that cover bomb site quickly. Zion's going to move that bomb in any second now. He's going to go long. Conte's waiting for him. Tompa and Nasu are also there. Real is also going to flank them coming from the other bomb site. But here comes Zion. They're shooting around left, right, and center, and they will drop themselves down.
Oh.
Conte, Nasu, frag a piece, but Conte has gone down, and they're running out of players here. The Finnish team. Hurai will push on forward. Oops is right in the thick of things at that bomb site. Tompa and Nasu, 2 on 3. They'll make their way on in. Tompa's going to go around the back. Juvenile takes a shot down. Tompa's going to go on 2 on 2. They'll win this and go into the semi-finals of the World Cyber Games.
Wow.
Nasu picks up 1, and the last man standing is Zion with 6 points of health. 1 versus 1. Zion is going to make his way forward. He doesn't land the frag. Nasu's just waiting on him. He needs to land 1 frag, and he gets it. And Finland are going into the semi-final of the World Cyber Games for the first time. And the Estonians go absolutely nuts for the team that borders them. And that is that. Hurai win, and the final score is 22-20, and that has been possibly the greatest game of Counter-Strike I have ever seen.
Fantastic start from both teams. Let's take nothing away from mYm. They've given us a thrilling game all the way through, and you can point the fingers at round 29 being the downfall of them. But you know what? I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. 22-20 is the final score. It's Hurai from Finland that go into the semi-finals and the last 4 at the World Cyber Games 2006.
Beyond the game.